Hello and welcome tonight. Tonight we're going to be covering off and talking about the amazing yoga collection, which is one of my favorite oils. And I'm always getting so excited when I'm talking about these oils because they're some of my favorite things. And using the oils as a framework to your yoga practice and to your daily routine and certainly to your meditation is a really powerful way to rebalance the parasympathetic nervous system, to reconnect with your own self expression, to, hey Joe, to realign to purpose and to joy and vibrant energy, which is our birthright. But also, it's really interesting that we can use the oils in our yoga practice or in our meditation practice to help cleanse the body, to help support the liver, to help nourish the vagus nerve and the parasympathetic nervous system, to nourish our organs and therefore support our hormones, which is fascinating. You know, I'm doing a lot of study at the moment on how the vagus nerve and the act of swallowing and supporting our gut and our liver then also supports the microbiome of the lung and the microbiome of the skin and the microbiome of the mouth, our oral health, the microbiome of our vagina. Amazing that we can support through the breath and through yoga. We can support the vagus nerve. This is this nerve that runs all the way from just underneath the jaw all the way down to our groin, and it runs through the digestive system and it links back up to the brain. So we have, if we have say 20,000 messages coming from our brain to our gut every day, it is said that we have 80,000 messages going from our gut up to our brain via the vagus nerve. So something was just biting my foot. I hope it's not a bee. Hello, Carolyn, and hello, Joe. Welcome. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'm glad you're here. So I'm going to be covering my favorite oils to use for yoga and meditation. I will talk about the yoga collection because it's just so divine, and it's been made by doTERRA in conjunction with Elena Brower, who is one of my mentors. She is a amazing leader, mentor in the doTERRA family. So we have access to all of these amazing teachers, and I was so grateful to hear her speak and to be in many of her classes and her meditations at Wanderlust at Kosciuszko, Mount Kosciuszko at Thredbo a few years ago. So amazing. So, and she created this yoga collection, which is just divine. It's got 3 amazing oils in it, so I'm going to go through those today. And I'll tell you about some of the things of where we connect with the oils, where we can apply the oils prior to yoga, what certain oils are good for different postures, and then certainly how to go deeper and more still in our meditation. I find that when I'm using a couple of the oils, I'm able to sit longer and my mind is much more still, and therefore the effect of the meditation is much more profound because I'm able to calm that mental chatter. So I'll go through some of those techniques with you as well. Okay, right. So firstly, let's talk about the yoga collection, because doTERRA has done a lot of work to create these beautiful blends, which makes it really easy for us to use the oils in a diffuser. So we can set up we can set up our home studio with a beautiful diffuser, and we can also apply the oils to our pulse points. So I really like to apply them to the wrists and certainly to the breastplate. So then when we're doing poses like downward dog, or when we're doing child's pose, or even when we're just hanging upside down, we get this beautiful aroma that comes from our chest, which has that brilliant effect of, you know, breathing in and supporting the parasympathetic nervous system, but also then supporting the digestive health and the lungs. And I will go through some of the specific emotions that we may come to our, you know, in our yoga practice. We may be feeling unstable or stressed or overworked or pessimistic, or we may be grieving, and we may be burdened with sorrow, or we may just be feeling really scatic or lethargic, or and we want to feel peaceful and uplifted and calm. So I'll give you a few blends that are really good for those sorts of emotions as well. Okay, so let's talk about firstly the yoga collection. This is amazing. So there's 3 different oils in this beautiful collection, beautifully presented in a nice gold embossed box. So the box itself is just gorgeous. It's really lovely. And in here we have 3 beautiful oils. One's called Align, one Anchor, and one Arise. And so these oils really can help create that feeling of harmony and calm, and instill those feelings of happiness and clarity and courage. So Align, let's talk about Align. This is a blend to invite peace and to embrace feeling centered in your practice. It's very good when you have the intention to feel self-acceptance, self-love, self-worthiness. So very good to support the self-esteem and to create that calm atmosphere. Now listen to these ingredients, just a powerhouse of ingredients, yet the smell is very, very subtle. So when you diffuse it, when you first smell it, you think, oh yeah, it's okay. But when you diffuse it, it is amazing. So bergamot, which is great for calming the mind, very good for the sleep blend. Coriander, marjoram. Marjoram is very good for the central nervous system and is excellent for pain management. Peppermint, uplifting, cooling, but also calming. An amazing oil to include in your daily practice. Very invigorating, but doesn't leave you wired and tired. It just helps you feel really calm and energized and clear in your thoughts. Geranium. Geranium is such a beautiful oil. It's a beautiful floral oil. But again, you know, geranium is particularly beneficial for the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the part of the body that's governs rest, digest, and repair of cells. So that's a really important oil and a really important way to support the body. Basil and jasmine, absolute, and rose. So you've got some real powerhouse of oils there. I mean, this one, it does align. It does make a beautiful perfume, and you can apply this over the heart space, the wrists, and the back of the neck to promote feelings of self-acceptance and fluidity. But also in the diffuser. Oh, I've got some on the outside of the bottle from using it this morning. Ideal for yoga poses like Warrior 2 or Triangle pose. Fantastic. So it can be used any time of the day. You know, that's not one that's going to make you feel too sleepy. It's going to be very uplifting, but certainly promoting those feelings of fluidity and self-acceptance, which is divine. Now, Anchor, let me tell you, oh, it's so good. Anchor is another beautiful oil that's in this collection. Now, let me just tell you what is in this one. Oh, look, another powerhouse of oils. She's done so well to mix these beautiful oils because you've got lavender, cedarwood, sandalwood, cinnamon, frankincense, the king of oils, black pepper, and patchouli. So what she's done there beautifully is you've got middle notes, you've got base notes, and you've got high notes. You've got those florals, and so beautiful. Again, this is really to create a connection to innate wisdom of Mother Nature, the power of plants. And whenever we're using these oils, I always ask permission, because there's such deep reverence and such deep respect when it comes to the use of these oils. So indigenous cultures would have definitely been honouring the permission of using these powerful plants as a way in, and certainly they're very often used as part of ritual and ceremony. So bringing that wisdom and innate connection to Mother Nature into your yoga space is a very good way to support your body. So this is fantastic for supporting calmness and completeness and courage. Very, very good to use in seated meditation, or very good for your yin, a restorative yoga practice. Any of the twisted poses, very, very good again to use on the side of the ankles. So I tend not to put oils on the base of my feet before yoga, because I have learnt my lesson with my, especially if you've got one of these lovely natural fiber expensive yoga mats, the putting it on the base of your feet before yoga can actually have an effect on the texture of the mat. So, but certainly rubbing it to the side of the ankles, at either side of the Achilles heel, the top of the big toe and around the big toenail is a very good point, because in Chinese fiber, in acupuncture, that's a very good place. The base of the big toenail is very, very good, especially for courage and emotional support. And then again on the wrists and earlobes, and I love this place here just on the breastplate. So when you're doing those inverted poses, you just get this nice whiff of this beautiful sense and smell from your own body, which is good. Okay, so the third oil in the yoga collection is called Arise, and this is another beautiful blend. Let me tell you what is in this one. This is fantastic for feelings of joy and courage, and great if you have some big goals that you're trying to tackle. So we've got grapefruit, lemon, osmanthus, melissa, which is a major power oil, Siberian fir, so groundedness from the tree oils. And this is very, very good when, for standing poses, or any poses where arms are raising above the head, or half moon. This is a real citrus oil. It's rich, floral, sweet, and bright. So that, the tree oils and melissa, very, very good. Again, you could pop this, 3 or 4 drops into the diffuser. I like to combine this one with frankincense, particularly if I'm doing some meditation. But I find the anchor one, if I put anchor, 3 drops of anchor and 3 drops of frankincense in before a meditation, then that is really allows me to calm my mind and feel grounded, and allows me to just go deeper connection into the breath, and deeper connection into visualization, and that deep connection to emotions that may come up. So also very, very good to use these oils when you're journaling. So often it's a great practice to come out of a meditation and journal what comes up, because it can be incredibly creative way to tap into what's going on for you personally, and naming those emotions and then being able to let them go. Because you may recall a couple of weeks ago I talked about the biology of emotions and the biology of belief, and those molecules of emotions that are chemicals that get stored in our organs. So using the oils to help support the emotions and to release them and let them go is a great way to support your daily practice. Now, doTERRA have these fantastic, they're called touch blends. All right, so the emotional kit, you may recall I spoke about the emotional aromatherapy kit last week, and this is this kit here, which is a great blend. You've got motivate, cheer, passion, forgive, console, and peace. But see, doTERRA has thought of everything. They're so fantastically creative when it comes to the use of the oils. So they've also got what we call is the touch blends. Okay, so these are already diluted. This is the same kit, same oils, but just in a different application. So this is really handy. You can just have this in your yoga bag, and if you forgot to put it on, then just before you go into class, a little bit on the earlobes, on the back of the neck, because that gets right close to the brain stem, gets into the brain where it's needed the most, and again on that breastplate. And that's a really good way. This peace blend is also fantastic for deep prayer, deep meditation, and deep connection. So that's a really handy way to, to have these in your yoga bag and have them in your handbag. Peace is very, very good. Just to feel calm. You've got motivate, does exactly what it says. So if you're feeling a bit like, oh, can't be bothered today, and you feel like, oh, look, I just want to, maybe, not spend so long in my meditation, then motivate, having that before you start to meditate can allow you to go deeper. Cheer does exactly what it says. So cheer, look, if you're feeling pessimistic, then cheer would be a really good way to shift those emotions. Passion is great if you really feel like you want a really a good uplifting feeling and mood. Then passion is a really beautiful way to get that. Now, there is a new blend, there is a new oil on the block, and this is a game changer. This is called Adaptive. This is fantastic for feelings of restlessness, stress, overwork, pessimism, being scattered, being burdened, and feelings of anxiety and really low mood. This is fantastic. It is such a powerful blend. It's called Adaptive, and it's a brand new oil. And that also comes in Australia. You can access the US market. You can access the US warehouse and get this also as capsules, which have GABA, which are neurotransmitters in there, which is really fantastic for lifting the mood. So I encourage you, to consider all of these as natural alternatives to medication, because as I've mentioned before, medication comes with very, a whole range of unwanted side effects, and certainly an impact on gut health, and impact on the liver, and impact on the bile pathways and all of that sort of thing if you're taking medication to change the mood. So I really encourage you, and if you know someone who's really struggling with feeling very low and overwhelmed and anxious at this point, then please refer them to me, because the combination of the Adaptive, the soft gels, and frankincense, and these emotional oils are really beneficial for supporting the mood. Okay, so I'm going to share with you one of my other favorite oils, vetiver. It is a German grass blend, and it reminds me of sitting in a grass, like a hay grass heated sauna packed in Europe, and it had such a distinct calming smell. Now, it also reminds me when I was at Wanderlust and I was on top of Mount Kosciuszko with Elena Brower doing yoga blindfolded. And, you're on top of the world in Australia, on top of the mountain. And, there's cliffs all around. And here we are, there was about 250 of us all doing completely blindfolded yoga, an entire 1.5 hour class. And about 40 minutes into the class, when we were down and doing Sphinx pose, she said, now get down and smell the earth. And oh my goodness. And that's what it reminds me of. So vetiver is incredibly thick oil. It is so calming. It's so grounding. It's brilliant for sleep. Whenever I smell this, I'm just like, oh, I'm so zenned out. So having that as part of a meditation, it is such a thick oil. It's an exercise in patience, just waiting for the drop to come out of the bottle, because it's so thick and beautiful. But it is so fantastic. So if you're feeling apathetic or disconnected or scattered or stressed or ungrounded, or you're avoiding something, or you feel like there's a big crisis going on in your life, sound familiar to anybody at the moment? Then vetiver can really help you feel grounded and centered and present, and emotionally aware and connected to this innate wisdom of these powerful plants. And vetiver, vetiver is a fantastic one just to inhale from the bottle because it's such a thick oil that just having it there and placing 1 or 2 drops in the hands and rubbing and inhaling, or also placing this at the base of the spine and to the sides of the ankles. Again, I tend to put oils on the bottom of the feet after yoga. But also, if you are doing a restorative class, often some of the restorative classes don't require us to stand up at all, which is brilliant. You're spending your entire time on the mat on your back, and in which case you could certainly put some of those oils onto the base of your feet before the class. So if you knew that one of your favorite restorative classes, you knew that it is all seated postures and all lying down postures, then that is a great way. And certainly at the end of the day, to put some vetiver or to put some adaptive onto the base of the feet and have your legs up the wall, very calming, very supportive to the parasympathetic nervous system, and very supportive, to the overall gut health, because we have that direct link between the vagus nerve and the parasympathetic nervous system and the hormones and our gut health. And, it's so important that we see that interconnected domino effect between all of those oils. Okay, I just wanted to share with you some of the oils that we use for meditations with the chakras. If any of you have been doing the wonderful meditations with Jess, you'll know that we've been focusing on different chakras, the different energy systems within the body, and we can combine those meditations with some fantastic oils. So we started off with the root chakra, and the root chakra we could use the wood oils like cedarwood, but also vetiver, amazing for supporting the root chakra. Myrrh is another one, cilantro and basil, also very good. The sacral chakra, nourishing the sacral chakra, the uplifting oils. So black pepper is it's a very spicy oil, amazing with geranium. Oh my God, if you wanted to try it, the best blend ever. It's quite an aphrodisiac, I must say. Ylang ylang, geranium and black pepper. 2 drops of each. Oh my God, it is just so magical. Cinnamon, cypress, tangerine and orange are all very good for the sacral chakra. For the solar plexus, we've got bergamot, which is very good for restoring balance in the hormones. Coriander or clove, ginger, grapefruit, juniper and wintergreen. The heart chakra, actually rubbing these oils over the heart space. Rose, thyme, peppermint, lime, marjoram. Marjoram is such an amazingly powerful oil when it comes to healing a broken heart, but also for pain management. Cardamom is amazing. It's such a powerful oil for releasing anger and resentment, emotions that are stored in the liver, but also having that over the heart space is so powerful for healing a broken heart. Throat chakra, think being able to speak clearly and truthfully with grace and ease. Birch, lavender and oregano. Oregano is one of those really spicy oils I encourage you to dilute. It's very strong, but combined with lavender, very good for the throat chakra. For the third eye chakra, where we really want to step into our own purpose and tuning into divine wisdom and our divine path, then clary sage. Clary sage is fantastic for balancing women's hormones. It's also fantastic for the vaginal microbiome, but combined with lemongrass, fantastic for visualizations and meditations. And then we move to the crown chakra, where we want to be able to listen and still the mind and feel that realignment to joy and purpose and passion. And great oils for that, of course, frankincense, the king of oils, used for thousands of years in fantastic ceremonies and rituals. Helichrysum, lemon is great for cleansing the internal organs, but also using it in your water. Roman chamomile and melissa. Now, certainly one of the powerful blends of doTERRA is the Zendocrine blend, and includes rosemary and juniper berry and geranium. and having that in your water. So just having that in your water before you go into yoga or meditation is a great way for anchoring and supporting the internal organs and allowing those amazing magical molecules to to permeate all the blood cells and support the organs. So let me know if you're still watching. Hopefully you are, and if you're watching on replay, I would love for you to just type in replay, and if you've got any questions on replay, then please let me know. One of the great oils for if you're feeling lethargic is lemongrass. If you're feeling scattered, as a summary, a line is good. If you're grieving, and if you know anyone else that's grieving, introduce them to Easy Air, the support for the lungs. It's amazing for supporting the respiratory function, but also support anybody who's grieving. If you feel a little bit overworked, then the citrus oils like tangerine, grapefruit, lemon, wild orange, they're fantastic for just leaving all your worries at the door and settling down on the mat and really, tapping into peace, calm, joy, tranquility, and divine vibration. If you're feeling unstable, again, Anchor is a great blend. So if you want to get your hands on this little beauty, let me know. It's wholesale. It's only $77 for 3 oils. Beautiful. If it was retail, it's $102. But really, you would be very, very good idea to get that wholesale, because even with a wholesale account, even if you just wanted to get this, you're saving your your wholesale membership is $35. You're going to save that with one small kit. So that's a really good way to get started. If you haven't got your oils yet, reach out to me. I like to put together a kit based on your particular health goals. So reach out to me and you can book a free discovery call, and we can match the oils to your health goals. If you're interested in these touch oils, they also come in a kit. So all 6 oils, the emotional blends, they also come in a little kit, beautiful little kit, very handy. Have those in your yoga bag and off you go. If you're still watching, let me know if you've got any questions before we sign off for this week. Next week, we're going to cover oils and pets. So if you have your favorite little buddies in the house, a little puppy or a little cat or bird or horse, oils and horses are amazing, really incredible. So come with your questions about pets. This is a new area of my interest, because very soon we're probably going to be getting a little puppy. We saw them yesterday, so it's an exciting time. It's a very exciting day for me today because I'm getting a haircut. Yay! And that's super exciting. But also, I'm actually on stage speaking at the doTERRA UK and European summer tour, and I'm talking all about how the oils can support and nourish us from the inside out. So looking at the gut, but also looking at the bigger picture. So we're nourishing, we're cleansing, we're restoring, we're rebalancing, and we're reconnecting to our purpose using the essential oils, because it's such an amazing journey to use these oils and feel more aligned to purpose, to passion, to energy, and to vibrant living. So hopefully I am inspiring you to try these oils and get yourself a kit. So reach out to me and I can help you do that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.